Hey guys, it's Jeremy here on Metal Music Meltdown, back with another video. What we got for today, guys, is going to revisit a couple old series I've done in the past. Got a little bit of a breather here finally from doing album reviews. Not that I don't like doing them, but I was just kind of cranking out album reviews every day. At one point I did like 8 or 9 in a row, 9 days in a row. I just had so many coming up that I wanted to review, and from the chat, from the labels and stuff as well. So I've got a little bit of a breather here. Like I said, May looks like a little bit of a slower month in terms of releases, and not quite as many reviews to do. And I'll see what the album label send me. But like I said, I've got a little bit of a breather here to kind of revisit some old series and do some other type of videos on the channel. And I wanted to revisit an old series that I used to do called Top 10 Bands from Each Country. And I wanted to tackle Australia on this one. I've done some other countries, so definitely check out my playlist if you like this kind of content. I've done the US, Canada, Japan, Norway, Germany, Sweden, Finland, I think. I've done quite a few of them already, so definitely check those out. For Australia, it's a pretty rich country for metal. There's about 6 or 7 bands that came to my mind instantly that I wanted to include in my list. And then for the last 2 or 3, I had to kind of do a little bit of a searching, but I quickly came up with the other 2 or 3 pretty quickly after doing a quick search. And the bands I really enjoy from this country that I wanted to include. So let's jump right in, guys. Number 10, I have the thrash metal band Matraa. Unfortunately, they only had the one EP released in 2013 called Machines of War. Just a really good thrash metal band. I really enjoy their EP. I'm not sure what happened to this band, so if I have any viewers or subscribers from Australia and you're familiar with this band, are they still, Metallum shows they're still active, but if you have any further insight or what happened to them, are they just on hiatus, or I just wish this band put out more material. It's so good. But I had to make my list for sure. I put it at the bottom just because they only have the one EP. I just don't have as much, history with the band just because of the limited material. At number 9, I went with Sadistic Execution. Really good extreme metal band out of Australia. Again, black and kind of death metal. Really good stuff. I enjoy their debut, The Magus, probably the best. I love the rawness of their music, and it's just so intense and kind of grimy sounding, but really good riffs. Still really well written songs and memorable. And I got into these guys a couple of years ago, and I've been listening to their stuff pretty frequently. I'm more of a thrash and like traditional metal guy, but I do enjoy their sound, and it's very raw and intense. I just love how they sound. Really good stuff. And next here, number 8, I did mix in some hard rock bands as well, not just metal. I have Rose Tattoo. Super good hard rock band. Like these guys should be a lot bigger than they were. I think they're big in Australia, and but they never really broke big in North America, pretty much. I'm not sure why. They have a really cool hard rocking sound, great guitars, great vocals. Scarred for Life, like there's so many good albums from them. Even the one Outlaws from 2020 was a really solid album. Their debut album, self-titled, was really strong. Just a really good, like I said, hard rock band that, in my opinion, should have been bigger than they are. They did reach some success over here, but not as big as I thought they should have been. At number 7, I think it is. Yeah, number 7, I have the Rampage. Another really good progressive speed thrash metal band. Again, only a one. They had some demos, but they had just the one full length in 1988 called Veil of Morn. Thankfully, I was able to finally pick up a reissue of this copy through CD and Records. I think it was last year. I was super pumped to see they had it. I jumped all over it right away. Love this album. Again, another band. I just wish they had more material, but they are split up at this time. But they're kind of just a one and done band, but it's a shame because it was killer. I love that album so much. I spin it all the time. At number 6, I have Mortal Sin. I don't think any big surprise here. Definitely a popular band from Australia. I like Face of Despair. Probably is my favorite album from them. But they do have quite a bit of material. They started back in the late 80s, and they had, it looks like, but 5 full lengths in total. The last one was back in 2011. So another band that's been kind of inactive for quite some time. But I really dig their sound. Good, like kind of thrashy, Sound a little bit of traditional metal elements mixed in, some progressive elements. And they are split up, unfortunately. Another band that's no longer together, but really solid band. Very popular. These guys we have heard over here quite a bit. They're pretty popular over here. But pretty killer band. I just wish they were still putting music out, but it is what it is. At number 5, I have a band I literally just discovered a couple months ago called Hidden Intent. A really good thrash band. I love their new album, Terraform, that just dropped in March. Love the album cover on that one as well. I checked out their previous albums after hearing the new one, and their old albums are just as strong. They have four full lengths in total, and this is definitely a band I'll be following going forward, and I definitely want to pick up probably all their material over time. I've already added a couple of their albums to my Amazon wish list kind of thing, so I definitely want to grab some of these guys' records over time. Really good band. Really enjoyed the new album. Will definitely be a contender, if not for my year-end list this year, but my year-end top 10 thrash metal band for sure list. Nope, for sure. At number 4, I went with another thrash band called Harlot. I discovered these guys 4 or 5 years ago. The latest album, actually, The Treacheries of the Final Age, I was in 2020. I think that's the first album I heard from them. Really enjoyed it. It's kind of along the lines of a Havoc kind of sound to my ears. Really good thrash. Again, another band that's been around for quite a while. They have 4 albums in total, and all 4 of them are pretty good. I think I prefer the last 2 overall the best, but really solid band. Another band I need to pick up some of their stuff, but really solid thrash. At number 3, we have a hard rock band called Airborne. I love these guys. They're just so much fun, and just the songs are fun and catchy and hard rocking. My first introduction to the band was Black Dog Barking. I picked it up from my local record store on a whim. I thought the album cover looked cool. I kind of looked them up quickly on Google on my phone, and they're hard rock band from Australia. I'm let me check it out. I loved it right away. Ready to Rock and Light It Up, I think, was a big single. Just a fun hard rock band. They don't take themselves too seriously. Saw them live since then as well, and they put on a killer show. Love to have a good time. They kind of remind me of the new generation's ACDC. They have a similar kind of sound. It's one of those bands, if you like one song, you'll probably like them all. They have a similar sound. I really enjoy these guys. I definitely want to pick up more of their stuff. I think I have 1 or 2 of their albums in total only, but I definitely want to pick up some of their other stuff. And number 2, I do have ACDC. A lot of people might have this at number 1. I love this band. They're so much fun. So many anthemic kind of, anthemic stadium anthemic songs, stadium anthems. So their discography is vast, but every album is pretty much killer. Back in Black, Highway to Hell, Let There Be Rock is a killer album. Power Age is really good. Even the latest one from 2020, Power Up, was a really strong album. I just love these guys. All the music does sound for the most part the same, but if they have something that works, why change it? It's just fun and rocking and puts you in a good mood. Always love ACDC. Always been one of my favorite hard rock bands of all time. And I have probably half of their discography on CD, but I definitely want to pick up all of them over time for sure. And at number 1, guys, I had to go with Destroyer 666. Always been lately, especially my favorite band from this country. Really good, blackened thrash, kind of some death metal elements mixed in as well. These guys just rock. They're so heavy and aggressive, but the songs are still really thrashy and memorable. Really good, killer guitar riffs, great vocals. Love everything about this band. Their last album, Never Surrender, in 2022 was my album of the year. I loved it that much. It's killer. I still listen to it probably at least once a month. And other than that, I like Phoenix Rising is one of my favorite albums from them as well. And Unchained the Wolves is their debut is pretty killer as well. But every album in their discography is solid. If you're not familiar with these guys, please check them out. So let me know down below, guys, what your favorite bands from Australia are. I'm really intrigued to discover some new bands from this country. I'm not as familiar with them. But thanks for watching, guys, and stay tuned for more great content, and keep it metal.